friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. I'm really excited about this video. This is my first time really sitting down and playing with a palette heavily since Halloween took up everything in October. So it was really fun to sit down and really get to know a new palette again. This is the Colourpop Smoke Show, which you obviously knew that because of the title. I was really excited when this palette came out. I've been really, I don't think I've said it out loud, but I really have been, I thought once, it'd be cool if they did a monochromatic black palette, but I didn't really think anything much of it. I was like, I don't know if they'd even do that. But they brought my grungy dreams to life. I feel like this is the perfect setup for a palette because it has all the mattes that I need, it has all the metallics that I need, it has these nice light shades to help blend things out. For me, this was really well done. I think this is my favorite in the monochromatic line. Granted, I have not tried every monochromatic palette because I didn't need to spend all of my money on all of those palettes, but out of the ones that I've tried and just based on the color stories, this one is my favorite, I think. So yeah, as usual how these videos work, I did 3 looks with you using this palette. At the end we're gonna chat, I'll give you my final thoughts, all that good stuff. So let's just get into it. Hello, how's it going? First 3 looks 1 palette video in a month. I'm excited. I'm really excited to play with this palette again. I just filmed my first impressions yesterday. Kanade, what do you want? Do you hear her meowing? She's so needy. Of course, she's extra needy as soon as I'm busy. But yeah, I had a lot of fun filming my first impressions. Kanade, what do you have to say to me? We can cuddle after, I swear. Anyways, I primed my eye with my Sigma eyeshadow base. Bottom line is I enjoyed my first impressions and I'm excited to film some more looks. I want this one to be one of my looks where it's a more simple lid and then a blown out lower lash line. That's what I'm feeling, that's what I'm gonna do. So I think I want to take Stone Face, that lighter gray, and I'm gonna take the fluffy brush I used with that shade in my first impressions because I don't feel like dirtying a new brush. And I'm just gonna start working that through my crease. This is the Kaleidos S2. Kanade, why are you, oh my gosh, do you see her? Kanade, you are nuts. I can't even talk because she's just gonna interrupt me. It's still October when I'm filming this video. It's October 21st, so a little bit pre-filmed. I really wanted to film with this palette now that I have it in my hands. So, here we are. Don't mess with my lights. No, 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 no. I don't know why she is being extra needy today. And she actually wasn't even talking to me until literally right before I started to film. As soon as I turned the camera on, she came in here and started crying. I'm gonna have to kick you out. I'm gonna start running this under my lower lash line just to get a little bit of a light gray base to help blend out my darker shadows when I start adding those to my lower lash line. All right, let's go ahead and just take care of the lid. I'm gonna take my NYX glitter primer and take that on just a random eyeshadow brush. Oh, Kanade's on my lap now. Oh, hello. I'm gonna stamp this across my lid. And then I'm gonna dip into this Ignite shade. I didn't use this in my first impressions and I really, really want to. And I really just wanna pack this across the lid to give it a moment. I don't know why I thought it would look lighter than this. It is definitely darker than I expected. That is okay though. I'll just be a little different than what I was envisioning. I thought the lid was gonna be light and airy and then have a really dark lower lash, but you know what, it's okay. Even with the glitter primer, me packing it on, the sparkle in this shade does not show up that much, and I have a feeling this one down here will do kind of the same thing if I were to pack that on the lid, because they both look similar. Because they're not really satins, they're just kind of mattes with a little bit of sparkle. Quite odd, but I don't mind it per se. And it blends into that light gray shade nicely. Yeah, that's pretty much what I want to do for the lid. I didn't want anything too crazy. Oh, I just love how smoky and pretty that looks. So for the bottom now, I want to take that Night Dream shade to start. I really liked the way this looked on my lower lash line when I used it in my first impression, so I want to do it again. And this is the Kaleidos S5. Really like this pencil brush. It's so small. Very cute. And now I'm going to take the brush that I used in my first impression that I used with the black, and I am going to dip into the black just slightly. Just tapped in barely once. This is an e.l.f. crease brush. I like it because it's small and it's really good for helping blend. It's just good. Just gonna really work on going back and forth, blending this out, dragging it down slightly, but I'm not going overboard as of this moment. And now I want a different pencil brush. Where's the one I'm looking for? I'm just gonna use this Morphe one. It's an E17, and I'm gonna take Slated, the darker matte gray. And I'm gonna do the same thing, just blending out that edge, dragging it down little bits at a time, just to help really give that smoky, sultry lower lash line. And I'm going to go back in now with the brush I used with Stone Face, that light matte gray, just to again help buff and blend. This look is quite simple, but I like it. It's really pretty. I like gray eyeshadow a lot. I don't really reach for it too often, and I don't know why, but I really, really like it, and I really like it with my hair. I think I want to add a little of this Night Dream shade, that dark sparkly black that I used with the little pencil brush. I want to just pop a little of that kind of out here, just to extend my eye out a tiny bit, give a little bit of a more, I don't know, cat eye effect, but very subtle. I'm going to take the brush I used with the black now, the matte black with no additional product, that e.l.f. crease brush, and just very lightly just start kind of smudging around that outside edge. And then I'm going to take the brush that I used with the darker gray with no additional product to again just blend the outside edge. It's that Morphe brush. Now I'm going to take that blending brush with a little bit more of Stone Face, that light gray. Just go to town, really blending out this edge. Because I don't want it to look super dark and harsh, I just want it to change my eye shape just a tiny bit. I really like that because it doesn't look like I added a bunch of black into my outer corner. It just looks like my eye shape goes out a little bit more, and I like it. I like it a lot. So for my inner corner, I'm going to take Starstruck, that really pretty shimmer in the middle of the palette, and just pop that in my inner corner. The shade is so pretty. It literally looks liquid. It's so cool. Just gonna blend that out with my fluffy brush, of course. And I don't know what I want in my waterline just yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my other eye, throw on my lashes, something on my lips, and we will chat about those details at the end. All right, this is look number one. I think it's so cute and pretty, and these tones remind me kind of like of denim. I don't know what it is. I guess it's just that blue-based gray that's speaking to me. I really like it though. I decided I wanted to kind of steer into the blue vibe and use this one called Electric from LA Girl. I just think it looks like a cute little pop, and it's very, I don't know, I get very wintry vibes from this look. My lashes are Bat Wings from Likely Makeup. I guarantee it's what I'm going to wear for all three of these looks. And on my lips, I went with this gloss that I got in PR from Pixi. It's the Pixi plus Chloe Morello Sorbet Lip Glow. Or Lip Icing, something like that. Lip Icing? I think it's Lip Icing. I love this lip icing formula. I got one from them like a year and a half ago, and I really liked it, and I wanted more, and I almost kind of forgot about them. Like, I haven't checked for them in a long time, but I knew for a while they didn't really have more than the one, and now I have this color, and I think it's pretty. It's like a pinky bluey shift. You can see in the tube it's got that blueness to it, and I just think the way it kind of hits the light is really pretty, and I think it goes with this look very nicely. And you know that I am a sheer sparkly gloss kind of girl, so very rude. Anyways, I'm just happy with this look. I think it's really pretty. Let's move on to look number two now. I have my window open because it feels so good outside. Like, what temperature is it? 68 degrees, it feels good, and there's people walking. Oh, I hate it. But I don't want to close my window, so I might talk a little quieter until I get over my fear. Okay, so I'm gonna prime my eye with my Sigma eyeshadow base, of course. And I think today I want to do a reverse smoky eye. I just feel like I have to with this palette, you know? Oh, there's people right outside my window. I know what you're thinking, like, Betty G, just shut your window. Like, I can't, it feels so good out. I can't do it. Okay, we might be safe for a little while. Okay, so I want to take this Let's Do It shade, the black, and I'm going to take that little Kaleidos makeup pencil brush I've been using, the S5. I'm going to take that, and we're going to pop that right in my inner corner of my lid and lower lash line. I love my reverse smoky eyes, and you guys really do too when I do them. So I just felt like I had to do it with this. And I haven't done one in so long because of Halloween. I'm not necessarily putting it right here just because like it's gonna blend there. I'm not too worried about it. So now I'm gonna take the e.l.f. crease brush that I was using with the black in my previous look, and I'm just wiping it off. But a clean brush would work too. I don't want to dirty a brush. My brushes are, for the most part, all clean, and I feel like when I first clean them, I don't want to use them because I don't want them to get dirty again. But I'm just taking this and lightly swirling it. I'm trying not to exceed like half of my eye, but I'm going to use other light shades to help blend this out if it does get messy. I feel like these shades just blend so well. So now I want to take this little Morphe brush that I've been using with the slated shade, and I'm going to pick up some of that slated shade. Just a little bit. You don't want to go ham, especially since we are just focusing on the front. If we were doing our whole eye, I wouldn't be afraid to dip in a little bit more. But I'm just taking that and just really swirling in this area, taking it up just a little bit higher, taking it down just a little bit lower. Now I want to take this Kaleidos makeup brush, the S2, and I'm going to take Stone Face. This is the same brush I was using for Stone Face in my previous looks. And now I'm just going to really start buffing and blending, especially in this, like, kind of across my lid, the outside edges. This one I'm not afraid to really take everywhere because it's a light shade. This looks so scary right now, I know. Trust me, it'll be fine. Reverse smoky eyes always look kind of scary until they're done, in my opinion. But like once that whole look is done, you have something in your waterline, you have your mascara and or lashes on, and both eyes are done. I feel like it just looks so cool and interesting. And they're so easy to do once you get the hang of it. Just use a few shades and take your time and blend, you know? Now I want to take this Kaleidos Makeup S1. I actually haven't used this yet, and I want to take Young Love, which is the white, which I have not used yet. And I'm just going to dust this kind of across the lid. Ooh, that's a lot of color. Part of me expected this white to not be very pigmented. I mostly want to focus that on this outside portion of the eye just because that's where I don't really want much color. I want most of the color to be on the inside portion. I've only dipped in that one time so far just to help blend. I'm gonna go back in with the brush I was just using, the Stone Face brush, no additional product. And now I want to take a little bit more black because I feel like the black kind of got hidden. So I just want to add a little bit more on the top lid. I feel like the underneath looks okay. I might add the leftover down there, but mostly just in this zone. I'm going to take the brush I used with Slated with just a teensy tiny bit of it. And just using really light motions, just kind of lightly swirling and smudging. I'm going to take the S2, the one that I used with Stone Face, that second lightest gray. Really, I'm just going back with different brushes. It doesn't necessarily have to be this order. I'm just going back and forth, building and blending where I see fit until I like the end result. And now I'm going to go back with that biggest brush. I wiped it off so there wasn't any more white residue, at least not that much, just to do another blend through everything. And now I just want to take this little brush and I want to take Starstruck, that one right in the middle, just a tiny bit of this because it's a very metallic shade. I'm just popping the tiniest bit right there. And then I'm going to take my big fluffy brush to help just kind of stamp over it so it diffuses it a little bit. But yeah, this is pretty much the look I was going for. It's very more simple, it's more open, it's nothing too dramatic, but I think it's really pretty and striking. And I don't know, it's just a unique take, and I feel like it looks cozy, and I'm feeling cozy today. So I'm going to do the other eye, throw something in my waterline, throw on my lashes, something on my lips, and we will chat some more. This is look number 2. I'm in love with this. It was so simple, but adding things like my big lashes, which I personally just love, I know it's not for everyone, my pop of color in the waterline, and then this lip color, I just feel so fall, wintry, cozy. I think it's so pretty, and I'm going to be very happy wearing this for the rest of the day. My lashes are the Likely Lashes, Likely Makeup, whatever it's called, Batwings lashes. Holy cow. And in my waterline, I went with my Punch eye pencil from Colourpop. I was mostly inspired by the yellow sweater that I'm wearing, which I cannot remember for the life of me where this is from. I know someone's going to ask me. I've had it for like a year or two. I do not know where it's from. But I like that yellow with the gray. I love yellows and grays together. It's just such a pretty combo, and I'm loving gray for the fall season right now. I just think it's so cute. And then on my lips, I went with Harvest from Black Moon Cosmetics, but I didn't do it in its full opacity, as you can kind of tell. I just dotted it in the center of my lips and then just pat it out, used my beauty blender, kind of went back until I liked the effect of it. I just feel very cozy, and I'm really, really happy with this. This was a simple look, and I think I just really like reverse smoky eyes. You can do them with every color. They look pretty on every eye shape in my opinion. I just don't think you can go wrong. So yeah, this is look number 2. Let's move on to look number 3. Hello, good morning. It's Friday. Is it Friday? I've been so mixed up all week. It's finally Friday. I felt like it was Friday for days. It's early in the morning. It's only 7 a.m. I've been waking up around 6 every day, and I've really been liking it. So here we are, getting ready for work. I really want to do like a black smoky eye with a red lip. I don't know why, I'm just feeling that vibe, but I don't want it to be like a glam black smoky eye with a red lip. I want it to be a grungy one, of course. So I really want to start with this Night Dream shade just to see if I can get some of that sparkle to pop through. I'm going to take this shadow brush right here. I'm not going to lay glitter primer down just because, I don't know, my eye is freshly primed. It should be fine. I can always go back in with glitter primer if I need to. So far the sparkle is showing through a little bit more than that Ignite shade that I used before, this gray one with the sparkle. That one didn't really show through. So far this one seems to, but we'll see how it looks when it's like blended out. Just taking it all the way across the lid. I'm not really going to take it too high in the crease or anything just because I am going to be blending and I need room for this black to travel so that it can look cute, but this is where we're kind of starting. I'm going to take that teeny pencil brush I keep going back to from Kaleidos, the S5. I'm going to take the same shade and I'm going to start smudging that under my lower lashes. So now I think I'm going to take the brush that I was using with the black, that Let's Do It shade. It's the e.l.f. crease brush. I'm going to dip into the black just a tiny bit, the matte black, and just focus it directly in my crease. I'm not really going to take it high. I'm just going to work on buffing the edge a little bit. I'm holding the end of the brush so that I have light pressure. I don't want to go in too hard. I feel like patience is key when working with a lot of black like this so that it doesn't go overkill too fast. But at the same time, I do want this to be a little bit more of like a grungy, messy sort of look. So we'll just kind of see. There's got to be a balance. The sparkle's still showing through a little bit. It's not like crazy metallic or anything. Obviously you can see that. It mostly just looks like a matte until you look really close. So for me, these kind of shades are a little bit pointless, especially because we do already have that matte black. At least with this shade, the tone is different than the other grays in the palette, but this one I wish could have been something totally different. I'm going to pick up that Morphe E17 that I've been dipping into with a little bit of Slated. And again, I'm not going to carry this very high. I'm pretty much just going to keep this directly in the crease just to start working on forming a little bit of a soft blend. I really want most of this color saturation like directly where it kind of is right now. I want the blend to be very light as it gets to the outside. As in I want most of like all this crease work on the outside perimeter to be the lighter grays. I don't really want it to be black. But we will see. Sometimes I get carried away. A lot of the times I get carried away. Now I'm going to take this little brush, well, why did I say a little bigger brush, from Kaleidos, the S2. This is the one I've been using with Stoneface, and that is what I'm going to dip into. And this is the point where I'm going to start going a little bit more heavy, be a little more liberal with the color. Not as scared to really blend this out. I find this shade, for me, on my skin, is a really nice transition shade. It is very light, so I don't know how well of a transition shade this would be on darker skin. Would probably be a bit ashy, more of a highlighty kind of shade, not so much a in-between shade. But for me and my skin tone in these colors, it's great for helping blend this stuff out. Like, look how soft this is looking so instantly. They did a really good job formulating these blacks and grays, I must say. They make doing a black smoky eye really easy. Like, just this palette in general makes it really easy. I feel like I don't have to struggle too hard. I personally am not dealing with a fallout issue. So, I mean, everything's cool, everything's super. Now I'm going to take the biggest brush, the S1 from Kaleidos, and I'm going to mix the white with the gray, just to get a little bit of a slightly lighter gray. Really top it off because that white's pigmented, and I just want to focus this on like this very outside edge. Nothing too wild and crazy. Oh, this is exactly what I was craving. I just wanted that really pretty, sultry, black smoky eye. I do feel like I want to blend this lower lash a little bit more. I feel like you can always keep blending. That's not true. There is a point where you've overblended and then it's gone. I really like that. So I guess I'm going to do the other eye, throw all my lashes and something on my lips. I don't know exactly which lip I'm going to use yet, and I also don't know if I want black or red in my waterline. So I will figure it out and get back with you. All right, this is look number 3, and I take back what I said about the lid shape because as I was doing this eye, I kind of noticed that the little bit of shimmer on that black lid shade, it kind of gives like a slick effect, like it looks a little glossy, and I really like that. I think it's really unique, so I take back what I said. I mean, if you were just to blend it out in the crease, those shimmers are probably going to disappear, but packing it on and lightly blending the edges where you're not really sweeping across the lid too much, it really does leave this glossy effect, and I'm quite a fan. So yeah, I did end up putting a black pencil in my waterline. I got another PR package from Milk Makeup, which shocked me. I couldn't believe it. But they sent me some of their eyeliners in the package, and I used the black one. It's called Boss. That's what I used in my waterline, and I really like it. It's a very creamy, very black pencil, so it might be my new favorite. And my lashes are, again, the Bat Wings lashes from Likely Makeup. And on my lips, I decided to go with Brick from Dose of Colors because, I don't know, it has a little bit more of that depth to it. It isn't just like stark bright red, because I wanted something that was gonna flow with this really cool toned gray look, and I really like this all together. I feel very good in it. I think this might be my favorite look of the 3, but we will see. Let's finish this video up. All right, so this is it. This is the end of the video, the end of my looks. Which look was your favorite? I really think it's this one. I just feel very good. There's just something about the way this all looks put together. I feel just very confident today, so that's very cool. What do you guys think of this palette? Do you have this palette? Do you want this palette? I know a lot of you are excited about this palette, and even those of you in my first impressions, you were mentioning that you don't need this palette, but you're really excited to do these kinds of looks with shadows that you already have, and I think that's great. If you're able to dupe stuff out, go for it. Do not feel pressured to buy a palette. I'm so happy with this though. I feel like this definitely is my favorite out of the monochromatic palettes. It's just so pretty. I really like it. I had a really easy time creating looks, and I feel like I could create so many more. You could do really pretty halo eyes, you could do really pretty smoky things with any of these shimmers on the lid. You can do really simple things. You have a lot of options with this palette, and I feel like this would pair really nice with other things. I'm not saying you have to have it because I don't think anyone has to have anything, but if you had your eye on it, I don't think you'd be disappointed. So yeah, I think the next 3 looks one palette that's going to come up is my Lunar Beauty Moonspell one. I'm really excited. I just got it in the mail yesterday. I haven't even filmed my first impressions yet. I'm really excited to. But I think that's going to be the next one, and yeah, just stay tuned for that. Welcome back to a new month. Welcome back to regularly scheduled programming. I know a lot of you are probably happy that Halloween's over because I know Halloween isn't everybody's favorites, but either way, I had fun during October, but I'm really excited to get back into makeup again. If you made it to the end, leave like a black heart or a smoke cloud or just something black or gray, something like that, just so I can know who sticks around to the end. I like knowing who sticks with me. If you are not already, please hop over to my Instagram. It's beautbean. Follow me there. I post every single day, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm posting most days here as well. I totally forgot to say, because it happened in such a whirlwind and I couldn't believe it, thank you for 9,000 subscribers. Holy cow. I never in a million years would have thought this would happen. I think I was at 2,000 at the beginning of the year, so the fact that I'm at 9,000 now is mind-boggling. Thank you so much. I can't believe it. Thank you just so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.